Besties. Welcome back to another episode of the Baddie Besties podcast. We missed you.
I'm your host, Samira, aka Samski.
And I'm Alyssa. So back to have you again. So nice to have you again.
And today we are doing Dear Besties Part 2. You guys asked for this, so finally, as promised, we are going to be answering your juiciest questions. So let's get into them.
All right. Dear Bestie, is it possible to stay friends with an ex? You don't think so?
Not if you got a man.
Okay, well, what if you're single?
But my thing is, what if the ex becomes like friends with benefits? Like, what are y'all gonna be doing? What's the friendship?
What you're saying is you don't think you can be friends with an ex because it will lead to kind of friends with benefit vibes? Like,
100% will lead to 100%
I agree.
benefit vibes. Like, what exactly y'all are intimate? Like, what exactly are y'all gonna be doing as friends?
I mean,
y'all gonna smile in front of each other?
I can't be friends with my exes. I'm not friends with any of them. Not because I can't be, but I just generally don't think that you can really be friends with them without having like, that extra kind of vibe there that was, lingering from before, some way, shape, or form.
You guys once liked each other, attracted, like you guys were attracted to each other. Like that just doesn't just go away.
Exactly.
So
sorry, bestie.
Bestie, we're sorry. You gotta say bye.
Bye.
All right. Next. Dear Bestie, can you trust someone who cheated on you?
No.
I was waiting to hear that.
Can you trust someone? Okay, so I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it a stack of my besties. Unfortunately, I have been in your shoes, honey, okay? Unfortunately. And I feel like personally, I have tried to get over cheating before, but what I have found is that I personally am not able to get over it. So like once it's done, it will just never be the same. And I think some women are different. I've seen women
bounce back.
Yeah, I've seen women bounce back, and I've seen, trust be rebuilt. And I definitely don't think, it's a no for everybody. For me, I can't trust you after you cheat on me. As much as I'm going to try to, or if I try to, it's wraps.
Bestie, why are you asking me? You know I won't even date a cheater, so.
Period.
It's wraps for them. I'm not trusting you. Don't even come this way, babes. Bye.
Bye. Next. All right. Dear Bestie, is it okay to go through your partner's phone? What you think?
Okay.
What's your thoughts?
This one's tough because, like, I'm not going to lie. I have 100% trust with my partner, 100% trust. But I kind of just be occasionally just going through the phone, but not on some I'm trying to find something. Because I think the intention, a lot of women go open up the phone. They have the intention to find something. So I think it's important, like, sometimes too, my phone will be dead and I'll use his phone and I just kind of like mindlessly scroll. Like I'll go in the Instagram app or TikTok app. Like I'm not trying to find something, but if I happen to find something, then that's on him. But I didn't go looking for it.
Oh, okay. So wait, let me ask you this. What are you, when you're on his phone, like you're doing something that relates to, maybe you're searching something, maybe you're on maps, maybe you're changing music.
Maps?
So, yeah, like maps, like directions, GPS.
Okay.
So why are you like on Instagram DMs? Like how do you end up?
What you mean? When you go on your phone, it's kind of like muscle memory. When you go on your phone, you don't just click to go to your DMs right away.
Oh, muscle memory.
It's muscle memory. I'll just go into his phone. If anyone knows me this, I'm notorious for having my phone dead. Like my phone is always dead. You know this. So it's like, his phone is charged, so I'll just take his phone, even if I need to search something like you said, or maybe maps, and then I'll go on Instagram, like muscle memory, like it's my phone, and then I go into it. If he happens to have something, then that's on him, babes, because I'd be on his phone and my phone be dead. So just don't get caught slipping, or just don't do that. Period. Don't do that. Period.
Oh my God! Don't get caught slipping. It's crazy.
Not like that, but obviously,
I know what you mean.
My phone is always dead. Like, if I'm on your phone, like I shouldn't find anything. So I'm not intentionally, like women, they're intentionally like he's sleeping. Yeah. They're being sneaky and then they're going to check on the phone. Like I'm not doing any of that. I will take the phone in front of him and just look at it. I'm not trying to find anything.
I will say that that is a sign of a healthy relationship. The fact, yes, babes, the fact that, Samira and her man have a relationship where, you know, his phone is open, she could pick it up, she could be on it whenever, and like that's the energy that you guys have is beautiful, and you can tell that it's healthy. Because typically, not typically, I can't say typically, but a lot of other times when we get questions, you know, related to like the phone situation, it's different. So let me ask you this, sis. Is it okay to go through your partner's phone if it's like while he's sleeping and the intention is kind of sneaky, trying to catch him? What do you think?
Personally,
is it okay to do that, or is it like?
Personally, I guess it really just depends. Are you in a toxic relationship where you feel like, okay, or maybe he has cheated in the past and you have your intuition and something in you is telling you? I will never tell a woman to not trust their intuition. If that's something that's drawing you to do, well, you got to do what's best for you, sis. Do what you got to do. If you got to get your answers, I'm a girl's girl. I'm going to always say, look at that boy's phone, period. But honestly, like, if the roles were reversed, I would feel some type of way, of course. But I got nothing to hide, baby. So go ahead, take my phone.
That part. I agree. I think, you know, trust is really important. And I don't believe in like checking their phone while they're sleeping if you're supposed to be trusting them and they haven't given you a reason. You know, if like you're operating from a place of fear. So if you have a reason. If you have a reason, then I'm still a girl's girl. Like I've checked my man's phone, but he always, anytime I did that was because he gave me a reason, and I always like found something that I didn't like or whatever. Like it was always from a place of intuition, and because
But you were looking for it essentially. So I
was looking for the proof that I knew already existed.
Okay.
Versus looking for something to create problems.
But then for me, then the question becomes like, is it okay? It's more of like, I feel like that's justified then. Because if you knew and you had some sort of intuition, because you did not only have intuition, there was some kind of proof as well, but you needed that solidified evidence, which the phone was going to give to you.
Yeah, because some men, they could be sneaky and you got to catch them red-handed.
Maybe snakes. So
they be a little sneaky sometimes. Not all of them. You know, we still got some good ones out there, but hey.
My man is good, period.
Healthy relationship. We love that. Goals. Okay, next.
Dear besties, do you believe in the one or is it just a myth?
Ooh, let me answer this one. Okay, so I do believe in the one, but I kind of feel like we grow up like as women and we're taught to like look for marriage, and like we're taught like the Rapunzel castle, you know, princess stories, right? Like our Prince Charming. And I think on some level we expect like the clouds to part and like, you know, the sign to come out and like
Cinderella
this is the man,
moment.
like the man is here, the man that God sent you,
oh my
like
God,
the
wait,
man of your dreams.
Pause. Do you remember that movie? Crap, I don't remember the movie, but it was a movie where you're gonna know it, where they went and kissed and then her leg popped out.
Oh, Princess Diaries.
I swear, when I was waiting for my first kiss, I promise, I was waiting. I was like,
you thought your foot was gonna pop?
Why did my leg pop?
Not your foot popping.
I was like, my leg didn't pop like that.
I must have not been in love.
I wasn't.
There was no spark.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. I think that's a great example. Like we watch movies like Princess Diaries. We get like these ideas of like what we think it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying love is not going to be like amazing or whatever, but I don't think the clouds part and you're like, I finally found the one. I think a lot of times it's just like a learning experience back and forth. You grow with the person. It's not as much of a fantasy as we're taught.
So the question though is it a myth? And the thing is, it goes the one. I don't necessarily think the one is the myth. I think the idea of the one and how movies dramatize, or like, that's probably not even a word, I just made that up. They just they just give you that fairy tale and that fantasy. I think that doesn't necessarily exist, but the one, I don't believe that's a myth. I generally believe that you have a soulmate, like, and believe it or not, like, it was so crazy because you were telling me, you're like, that person, like, I know, like, you're gonna end up with him, and I was like, you know, it's just crazy, and that person is my soulmate.
Yeah.
And it's like, so now I feel like I'm in a place to say, like, maybe if you asked me the same exact question, like 5 years ago, like 7 years ago, or like 6 years ago, I would have said, nah, it's a myth. But genuinely, your person is out there. And when you find them, it's so hard to, like, every fiber of your being is just like in love. And it's hard to, like, that person, I'm like, he has my other rib. Like, it's hard to explain, but I generally feel like, you know, I didn't get the Cinderella leg pop, but like, I got like every fiber of my being just like loves that person. So I hope that for you, bestie, because you deserve it.
That's so sweet. Let me ask you one follow-up question.
Yeah.
Do you think there's only one for everybody?
Oh my gosh, that's a hard question.
That's a hard one. I know for you, you're like, I found my one, I got the one. But do you think in general, like, everyone has just their one person out there, or do you think like everyone could kind of have like a couple people and they like choose
I don't think a couple,
the one,
but maybe two. Like I feel
like
there's
couple
always
is two.
No, but you were like,
I know. I guess couple meant like a few,
a handful. Like no, I think maybe it's like two because I feel like, and maybe this is just from my experience. Like you see a lot of like high school sweethearts, and I feel like they've been together and they were rider, and sometimes they don't end up together. Oh, great example: Travis, Kelsey, and Kayla Nicole.
Okay, let's talk about it. My girl, Kayla.
So we love Kayla.
Hey,
Shout out Kayla. We love you. And they were together for 7 years. I generally felt like she probably thought that was her man. She's getting married. She's having kids. That's her person. Obviously, unfortunately, they didn't like end up working together. She is going to find her person. She's going to fall in love and have a great family and have a great life. But that was her soulmate, I feel like. And whoever she, also falls in love with is also her soulmate. But it's kind of like the man that got away or like the person that got away. That's kind of her and Travis Kelsey. And like in my own experience, my mom and dad, like they were soulmates and they obviously both remarried. But
I see. So you're saying sometimes you have like a really strong connection and on some level, like they were the one. They were a piece of your life that was like a big one for you, but they might not be the one you end up with. So it might be two.
But my thing is they could have ended up together. It's just sometimes like the way, the path and the journeys, you don't end up. But that could have been the one for her. Like 100%. We thought they were getting married. Like they were the dream couple. Everybody loved Trav and Kayla.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate that it didn't work out, Swifties here. We know you love your Kelsey, so don't come for us. Don't come for us, Swifties. Like we love them. We, obviously want everyone to be happy in their relationship. That's at the end of the day. And if it wasn't fit for Kayla, like obviously we just want her to be happy, but there's no doubt in our mind that she felt like that was her person. And now she has to go and find that other person that's going to be her end all be all and grow old together.
Exactly. All right. I like that.
Yeah.
Next question?
Yes.
Okay. Dear bestie, how do you know when it's time to break up? Ooh. What you think, babes?
I'm going to let you go first.
Okay. This is a hard one, girl. I feel like I'm sitting on the couch next to you. I'm like, damn, girl, you going through it when it's time to break up? I think the simplest, most real answer I could give you is it's time to break up when you know for sure. Like, when people say when you know, like you just feel it in your body, like you feel it in your gut. I think if on some level you're trying to convince yourself of otherwise, or you feel like you still have unfinished business or you don't want to give up on it, like as long as it's not a toxic situation, I wouldn't recommend just like giving up and being like, and like running away from a situation. I think relationships require work. However, I think when it's done.
So when does it become toxic?
Anytime there's any sort of abuse, mental, physical, emotional abuse.
That's
like,
one.
When you feel like your boundaries are not being respected at all.
Three. Narcissist.
Narcissist for sure. Like if you're communicating things over and over and over again. Yeah. If you're being disrespected and you don't feel honored, you don't feel loved, and you've tried to communicate and explain, and like you just feel like you're in this by yourself, you should never feel completely alone in a relationship because there's two of you. Yeah. Then hey, you might know in your gut he doesn't really care. Like he's not for me. You know, and you'll know in your gut, and then you leave.
I feel like, at least for me, my experience, because I can only come from my experience, is my man gotta be pressed for me, right? If my man is not loving me, like giving me that reminder, not saying I need some constant gratification, but it has to be reciprocated both ways, that we both feel wanted. And I feel like that's another, like, I don't want to say it's toxic, but the minute like you're not feeling like 100% valued in that relationship, that's also like raise a question, like, is this best suited for me? Because you guys feed off that same energy. And I don't want anybody that's giving me any half energy. If I'm giving you 100%, you better show up with that same 100.
Absolutely.
Or even 200.
Give me all of it, honey.
Even 200.
All right. I like that answer.
So I don't know. Like, like we said, and we said this, don't just be breaking up with your mans, but like if there's something worth fighting for, fight. Like, it's not easy. No relationship is easy. I'm not going to sit here and glamorize relationships. I be wanting to, let me stop. But like sometimes, like genuinely, like there's days that like we just don't get along. Like, and that's okay. We're human. And it's like you said, if it becomes like a constant thing or becomes something that's a raise for concern, then it's like it's time for you to step out of this and do what's best for you. At the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you.
Yes, babes. Yes, bestie. We hope that helped.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty. Next question. Dear besties, what is your go-to strategy for getting over a breakup? Ooh, I got this one. Girl, level up on them.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry. That's my go-to strategy. I don't sit and boo-boo cry. I give myself one day to boo-boo cry.
Damn, she said 24 hours.
24 hours.
That's all you get.
You got to get up, go to the gym, get a new hairstyle, go get those braids, go do a new hairstyle, and level up. Make him, you don't even got to make him do nothing because he's going to already see that you done leveled up, left him in the dust. Girl.
I think that's the one. That's the one. I feel like when I've had breakups in the past, how do I get over them? I mean, I just decide I'm over it. And then day by day, like you said, I just level up. I focus on myself. I'd say, I'm always going to level up regardless whether I'm in a relationship or I'm not. So you either going to come with me or not, get right or get left. That's how I see it.
But there is something about the post-breakup level up. There's nothing
like
the
post-level breakup. Wait, let's talk about this.
Post-level breakup, like for something, girls just become like
monsters.
No, like 8
alphas. Yo, we don't play. We're gonna go after every possible dream we ever had.
Yeah, that business, we
doing it.
Yeah, that vision, we going for
that
it.
Bag, that next level bag, we coming for it too.
Yeah, that career move, that job, we coming for it.
Everything we were scared to do prior, we're gonna do now, and then some.
Let's think about it. Why is that? Why does a man leaving or them exiting a situation? Why does it trigger that in women? That's kind of,
you know what I think it is?
Some psychologist on here. I need some confirmation.
You know what I think it is?
Yeah.
I think women, we have such big hearts and we pour so much into the people that we love that like we just take our fucking power back. Like all of a sudden we recharge. Like all of the energy I put over there in you like slowly comes back into my body.
Is, it's not slow. Like I feel like
you're right.
The
immediately,
level up, like it's an immediate like Venom. I'm like Spider-Man. Yeah. It's
like a rubber band or something. It snaps back into you.
You snap back in, but I'm like, there's got to be like maybe some serotonin or like whatever, oxytocin, whatever the heck it is. There's something that comes through a woman, like when a man leaves or whatever it is.
It's like a fire you never felt before, babes.
Yeah,
you're gonna see a different girl tomorrow.
You can think of somebody that had the best glow up, like after a man. One person I could think that she always bosses up because she be on to next and next and next. J-Lo.
Oh, J-Lo. Well, I thought you were gonna say Harvey, Lori Harvey. Thought you were gonna say Lori.
Yeah, but she definitely be leveling up, but she be leveling up with men. Like I feel like her next guy's like, but I don't.
She don't downgrade like.
She doesn't downgrade. She always ups or upgrades. But I feel like I don't necessarily feel like she be like, oh, my career move, my this, my that. Like she already has a bag, but I don't feel like I see she's doing this, that, the third. But J-Lo, on the other hand, I don't know, something about her. She got a movie coming out. She got music. She did a Super Bowl. She
be over it.
She be
over it.
She was engaged, married to what's his name, and now she's divorced. She's getting divorced
again.
Yo,
I love my J-Lo though. Don't play about J-Lo.
Jenny from the block.
She gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Yo, we need her courage, her bravery, her strength.
She gotta give the Baddie Besties some of that because she don't play.
Her bounce back game, ridiculous.
Crazy.
Ridiculous.
Insane.
Yeah.
She's insanity. Okay, dear besties. Little tangent, babes, but
let's get back into it.
We're almost done with this series. A couple more questions from you girls.
Alrighty.
Okay. You ready, sis?
I'm ready.
Dear besties, is it weird to have a crush on a celebrity?
I Absolutely not. It's not weird.
No.
I don't think it's weird.
No. And also, I mean, what kind of crush? If we're, I guess, I don't think it's weird, like a general crush. Like, I don't know.
You're thinking like some stalker.
Yeah, like if you're on some stalker vibes.
Yeah, you gotta let that go, besties. I'm sorry, he's not for you. And your man is out there. You don't gotta be no stalker.
Yeah.
But we not.
Or if you're like a troll, like if you're one of those girls that's like, oh, that's my husband, but you never met him day in your life, and you're like commenting under like his actual girl's photos or something, saying mean stuff. Like it's a dub for you, honey.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even put too much energy in this. Obviously, it's not weird if you.
Just having a crush. Absolutely not.
Having a crush is fine. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Dear besties, do you think opposites really attract?
Oh, that's a hard one. Oh, y'all gonna make me contemplate.
I know.
Do you think opposites attract? I think sometimes they do, and I think sometimes they just don't. Like sometimes they clash, and you're all just not aligned.
Yeah, like I don't think I can have somebody that's like complete opposite, because like imagine complete opposites in views, background. Like I even realized like your upbringing. You know, obviously I'm older now, I'm an adult, like that plays a big role. Are you open to learning about my heritage and where I grew up? And, you know, that's important to me. And if we're so opposite, you're not even open to that. Like I love to travel. Let's say he's opposite and doesn't love to travel. Like we're going to have a problem.
Yeah. You guys always hear me say, you know, alignment for longevity, right? That's
alignment for longevity.
That's the thing. So I think to an extent, opposites can attract. Like I think they can only attract if they kind of complement each other. But if they clash and they don't, then no, they don't attract. Yeah. And I agree with Samira's points here.
Yeah. I understand the phrase, how accurate it is to a T. I just think too, it's that fairy tale. That's been something that's been fed to us since we were young, and like opposites attract, like you're gonna find your soulmate, the fairy tale. But like when you're a big adult now, you realize like you like what you like, and there's certain things that you expect in a man, and you need them to deliver.
Period.
Opposite, not sideways, backwards.
We're going to have to be aligned, honey. We're going to have to get on the same page, babes, okay? One way or another. Exactly. All right? That's how I see it.
I agree.
Alrighty.
Next question.
All right, we have 2 more questions from you girls. Dear besties, would you ever date a guy with a foot fetish?
Is he paying? Let me stop. Cash out.
I think I would, but it has to be like,
no way.
I don't think that would be a deal breaker. Like if my man just happened to like my feet, like that's cute. You could like my feet.
Yeah, but what's a fetish? Like, what do you licking the toes?
You could lick my toes.
Eating off the toes?
You could eat off my toes.
No.
Absolutely.
He could eat off your toes?
Absolutely.
Like what though? Like a cheeseburger?
Whatever he wanted to eat off my toes. I don't think it would be like
a macaroni and cheese off your toes.
Anything, honey.
Macaroni and cheese off your toes? Baby, all slimy?
What you want to eat today?
All slimy? You lying.
Absolutely.
You lying.
Why would that be a deal breaker?
Bestie.
That's not a deal breaker.
So what if that's during the dating phase and he's just eating macaroni off your toes?
What you mean, like we're not married?
Is that what you dating phase or no, you have to.
I don't care. I think.
Would you ever date a guy? This is date. This is not even marriage phase. This is like you guys are dating and he's eating macaroni on date 2.
I would still like it.
No. Yeah. You have a foot fetish?
No, I don't. No, it's not that I am not seeking that.
Eating macaroni off your toes?
I just think it's funny. Like I think I would just be giggling.
Nah, on date 2, I'm sorry, I'd be like, you weird.
Well, he wouldn't even be in a place on date 2 for him to even have toe access.
If he has a fetish, he
That's what I'm saying. By the time you get toe access,
it's the toe access for me.
By the time you get toe access, like we'll be more comfortable with each other, and then like
on day 2, I'm gonna need that Zelle, that Cash App. If you look at my toes, send me those coins.
I think it would be weird if he was asking me for like feet pictures and like we're still like in the beginning. I think that would probably weird me out though. You know,
personally, if it's in the beginning. It's a dub for me. I'm sorry.
So your man can't eat mac and cheese off your feet?
My man now? Yes. But this is the dating phase. Like, I'm not doing this. When you first met your man, you don't think that? No, absolutely not. I think that would be weird. I don't want nobody on my toes. You're eating stuff, asking me for pics. Unless you're running me these... Even if you're running me, like, I'm not going to be with someone that's sending me money. Like, so... Yeah. Even if you're running me money, like...
It's not about that.
It's weird. No.
Okay, yeah. No. I mean, I think I still would, but don't be asking me for no feet pictures early on because you're not getting no photos, and that would weird me out. But
so if it would weird you out, would you continue dating them?
Yeah. It would weird me out.
Does that even make any sense?
Yes, because it would depend on his level of pressness. Like, if he asked me one time and I told him no, and I kind of felt like it was a joke. But if he was really obsessed with my feet, like trying to ask me these pictures, I still think it would funny. Like, I would just laugh at him. But if he was like really nasty, like he was the type of guy that would like pay girls for their feet pictures in the first place, then no, that's weird.
You heard it here first. Alyssa, my bestie, will date a man that will eat macaroni off her toes.
I sure will.
So don't holler at her.
Definitely don't holler at me. Don't. Thank you.
All right. Next question. Last question for you girlies. Dear besties, if you could put any celebrity's face on your toilet paper, who would it be and why?
Toilet paper. Like,
oh my gosh.
Because I'm obsessed or because I hate you so much and I want you on my toilet paper?
That you want to be wiping your ass with, essentially? Excuse my language.
Yeah, so it would be someone you don't like, right? Because you're wiping your ass.
It's however you interpret it, and
That's
can
how
answer
I interpret it. Damn, we have to choose one. This is a hard one, bestie. I don't really hate nobody.
I don't have no haters. I'm trying to think.
I just think that's crazy. I'm sorry. Like, I can't really get behind this question. Like, I'm not printing nobody's face on my toilet paper. I'm just not.
It's just for the question. You have to answer the question. Just think of the person. Celebrity.
Who?
Running through the brain, the vines. Who do I...
Okay. I'll choose someone, and I just think it'll be funny.
Okay, what?
I'll choose The Rock. Just because it would be funny to see The Rock on my toilet paper. Not because I don't like The Rock. I think he's great. I think he's a great actor. I don't have a crush on him at all.
Can see
he's the one that came into my head. Yeah, I was just like, I think it would be funny if The Rock, like big ass Rock, was like plastered all over my toilet paper. Like, it would be hilarious. But
I'm just like thinking like of a movie that just made me so mad at the character, like a Mean Girl. Maybe it's not like them personally, but in the movie I was just like so upset. Who made me so mad in a movie?
Well, you really didn't like the Mean Girls, like
which one?
Mean Girls 2, because
I didn't. I just didn't like the production. Like I didn't care for like the singing.
So it wasn't a character.
It wasn't a character flaw. It was but I'm saying in a movie that I'm just so mad. I don't know why I'm thinking Cruella DeVille right now. I don't know. Like, I'm a kid. Cruella DeVille.
Oh.
Yeah, because she was mean to the dogs. I'm not with that.
That's
my childhood. So you could be on my toilet paper, Cruella, and I'm going to wipe you.
I'm going to use you to wipe.
Anyways, besties, we love hanging out. And, of course, we may stir the pot.
It's going to get hot.
But trust.
You just hit the jackpot. Okay.
Thank you for tuning in to Baddie Besties. Make sure you tap in, subscribe, like, stream.
All of the above. Okay.
We love you.
We appreciate the support. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.